Hello everybody, and welcome to the Ultimate Gaming Setup 2, I guess. The second one. Me and Grace have bought ourselves a house. There's still a lot to be done, but we've got quite a lot of stuff sorted, the living room, the kitchen, and finally, 95% of the way there, my gaming/streaming setup is finished, guys. This video is brought to you by FlexiSpot as well, and they've sent me something awesome just to finish off my office/studio. So let's take a look inside, shall we? So as we come in here, you'll notice obviously the sound deadening. We'll get to that in a moment. And then we've got the setup over here. Now, before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about what you're going to be seeing in the top left-hand corner, in the top corner of the screen over there. In there, you're going to be seeing just links or photos or what you need to search in Google just to find it if you guys want to buy the stuff yourself. Okay, so it will all be there. I haven't got links in the description because some of the stuff isn't made anymore and some of the stuff is out of date, but there will be certain links in there, including the new desk, which I'm going to take you through in a moment. First thing we need to talk about is what I went for first of all. I actually painted, the whole room was blue. I wasn't planning on changing it, but actually I wanted to get it that sort of studio white. I wanted a semi-reflective white because of some of the stuff I'm doing with colors in here. So it's the Dulux reflective white stuff. As you can see, it reflects quite nicely the light off the walls, which is exactly what I wanted, and it's a studio look. It's actually deliberately did it fast and in a hurry because so you have these paint stuff going on, because every studio I worked at while I was at university, they're all painted in a hurry. They all look slightly slapdash, and that's kind of what I wanted to go for. So there's paint strokes over here. I didn't want any of the holes filled in the walls. My missus didn't really quite understand why I didn't want that until she saw it and said, I get it, you're doing that studio look thing. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for. But the first thing to talk about is these sound deadening panels. They are pretty awesome. They're held on by 3M picture hanging tape stuff, and they're pretty awesome. If I come close up, yep, you can sort of hear that it does sat down deaden sound quite well. You don't actually need this many. You just need to put them up in the hotspots in your room and your office and stuff. And what I'm going to be doing is removing some of these and replacing them with 30 by 30 canvas prints. Some of them have come off the walls, like this one for example, and it is just sort of being held on by the rest of them, but that's fine. This whole wall is going to be redone and put up a little bit more soundly, but for now it's perfect for what I need it for, and it does look pretty damn awesome. There is a pattern to it. A lot of people think there's not a pattern to it, but there is a pattern to it, as you can see, which is good. Door needs to be repainted. That's like last on my list of things to do. Let's ignore that for now. Why have I got two desks? I've got one desk and I've got a second desk. Why? Well, I was actually looking for an up desk for this setup here, and then I thought, well, actually this desk isn't going to move around whatsoever because it's going to be housing all my stuff. It might jig stuff around, etc., etc. I don't need that desk to move. So this is my main setup desk, my computer desk, and this is where I do all my gaming, all my recording. It's all done from here, and then I do a lot of stuff for work to do with videos and stuff as well, which I use my laptop for, and I'll take you through the specs of that in a minute. And I don't want to be sitting down doing work stuff like that, because I want to be up, I want to be down, I want to be making sure that my back is taken care of as best as possible, and this is a setup I've gone for. So sometimes I actually even edit on my laptop just so I can stand up and down on this desk. Now, FlexiSpot asked me to, if we send you a desk, can you feature it in a video? And I've thought I've got the perfect video. I was planning on doing this setup tour in the first place, and it just seems like a really good idea to show this off because it is an insanely good quality desk. They offered me the full-blown desk, which is about that long, which is insanely awesome. But I wanted the smaller one so that I didn't have too much intrusion into this sort of area here. And let me show you some stuff. So first of all, the thing is insanely well built. If I do this, I can show you that there is no halting or juddering that I've seen with other desks, which is really, really good. And more importantly, it goes up to basically as high as you would pretty much ever need the thing. I mean, I'm never working this high. This is now in line with my chest. Yeah. As you can see, the thing goes up insanely high. And the best thing is about it as well is that it's pretty damn stable up here as well. And if I apply some force, it's got a 70 kilo rating for it as well, which is pretty good. However, I suspected that the build quality is good enough to be able to take more than 70 kilos. So I tested that out. Yeah, I'm more than 70 kilos, so yeah, that works kind of well. As well as that, it only took about an hour and 15 minutes to build, and that's because I made a mistake. It would have actually taken less time had I not made the mistake in building it, but that was my own fault because I thought, why should I read the instructions? Always read the instructions, kids. Always read the instructions. Now, if you guys want a FlexiSpot desk, you guys can just click the link in the video description and you'll be able to go there and have a look for yourself. They are absolutely brilliant, and yeah, would highly recommend. Really lovely people. Thank you for sponsoring the video. You guys are absolutely amazing. Big love. So my main thing that I'm going to be using this for is unboxing videos, showing stuff off videos. I've got some lights in the way that are going to go here and here to shine into the middle so that you can see everything going on. But for now, it's just basically being used for stuff that I do at work, my real life job, which is what I use my laptop for, which is why my laptop's there. And let's start off with the rest of the tour by talking about my laptop. This is an LG Gram. It's the latest one that's come out. It is probably one of the best laptops I've ever used. It's super light. This one was actually given to me by a friend. I'm not mentioning the friend's name because they didn't wish to be named in the video, but you can have a look at them online. You can see how cool it is. It's actually got the American keyboard layout, which I said I don't care. It's an LG Gram. I will swap over 2 of the keys. So that's what that one is there. You'll notice that there is no blind. There is a blind on the way. It should be fitted here very soon, but for now, it's a towel. Over here, we've got some decoration stuff. So posters. Obviously, you guys may not know, back in the day, I used to run a Zombies channel, Quick Revive Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap just over there. And these were made by Rad Austin, and I've had them for years. I never really properly put them up, and now I finally have, and they look awesome. I've actually got all of the other perks as well, but I don't have anywhere to fit them at the moment, so I might actually do them across there, which would be kind of cool. But we've also got the Black Ops 2 limited edition Juggernog fridge, which is actually really good, works really well. And we've got the Amazon Alexa Echo Dot 3rd generation over there. I love the 3rd generation because you can hang it from the power supply like that, which is really, really cool. Moving over to the left, we have the Titan gaming chair by Secret Labs with the fabric weave. Utterly amazing chair, fixes all sorts of back problems, really versatile, would always recommend. Fabulous thing. Over here we have the SteelSeries Arctis 5s. These were used to replace my Mad Catz ones that I had for God knows how long, 4 or 5 years, when I used to be sponsored by Mad Catz back in the day. This over here is Gerald. He watches over everything while I'm away. He's pretty good. Just don't go near him because he bites a little bit. New PC, we'll get to that later. Desk for the main one is from IKEA. You can find it up in the top over here. Really good gaming desk. It's not actually specifically a gaming desk, it's an office desk, but I wanted it because it was super deep as well as wide. And then we have the light fixtures. Going through the lights from, these are just some Amazon LED panels that I found, which I've used special security brackets. These are actually meant for security cameras, linked onto the wall, and then another bracket set up. These are what is used to light my green screen. You may be asking, where is the green screen? We'll get to that in a moment. Patience. Then we've got the Elgato ring light to light my face with a stand, again from Amazon. You can just type in tripod stand and find it. And then these is where my GoPro normally goes, but of course this is while I'm recording on the GoPro, so it isn't there at the moment. But I use my GoPro for the face cam. I use the GoPro 5. I might upgrade that as well in the future, get a bit better sensor, etc. But that's my lighting setup mainly, other than the lights that are on the ceiling, which I'll go through last. Bit of decoration, holds the tea party hat for Daz, big love for Daz, and of course my my glasses that I use when I don't use the ones that I'm wearing. On the Fallout 76 helmet. Over here I've got a phone stand, although I can attach anything that I want to this, GoPros, etc. It's just used to hold my phone, so if I get any messages while I'm gaming, I can look at it on there. And then of course we've got the we've got everything that's needed to power the PC and everything running from here, as well as the opposite side. I'll go through my cable management stuff in a minute. From Snapfish, I ordered a load of 30 by 30 canvas prints, which go in between the sound deadening panels on this side, and that's just to remind me what I do YouTube for and the people in my life that I love. Audio, over here we've got the Blue microphone stand, really good. I just wish that I had a heavier mic, because sometimes this actually comes up a little bit, but when I'm not using it, I'll have it up here like so. So that I've got a full view of my desk, which is really nice. And then attached to it, we've got the HyperX Quadcast microphone with the built-in shock mount. And then I bought this little thing from, like, I think eBay or Amazon or something. I won't be able to find a link for that, but it just goes over the top of it and stops popping. Brilliant little microphone. A lot of people love my audio, and this is how I get it so good. Simple as that. Then we have the Corsair K70 Rgb Keyboard, which is stuck in temperature mode at the moment, as is my computer, and we'll show you what the full effect of all of that stuff is in a minute. Brown switches, my favorite switches, have been for a very long time. Highly recommend. The main thing about this is the build quality. Aluminium top, aluminium bottom, it's done correctly. And then we've got something that's come over from the old setup. This is the Logitech G900 Chaos Spectrum mouse. Daz bought this for me originally when he was asking what mice I would buy for myself, and he got one for himself. Super fast wireless technology, actually less latency than a wired mouse. Brilliant piece of engineering, brilliant piece of kit. They still make these as the G902. If you want the best wireless gaming mouse, it does cost a lot of money, but it is brilliant. Would highly recommend. Subtle RGB as well on the top, as you can see. Really good mouse, 10 out of 10, always great. Another follow over from the previous setup are the creative speakers that we've got going on back here. Very simple speakers. They've been used for years. They still make them today, and they are bloody brilliant. They're not going to set the world on fire for audiophiles, but for what I use it for, they are absolutely great. And then, of course, we've got these. These are Acer Monitors. I can't remember what they are called. Again, look in the top left-hand corner of the screen and you'll see. They are identical, 144 FPS or 144 Hertz. IPS gaming monitors. They have got a low latency mode. They're really, really good. If I had the money, I'd probably upgrade to the LG versions, but I've used Acer for years. They are really good monitors, and not a single dead pixel on either of them, which is fantastic. Love it. Background is animated, of course, and that's to go with my usual profile that's set up in the room, but we'll show you that in just a moment. So this is the new PC. This is one of the things that is not quite fully done yet. This is a Corsair 680X high airflow RGB smart case. Really good case, love it. Lots of high airflow, lots of places to put fans. And the reason why I want a lot of fans is I can turn them to a really low RPM and still have a load of airflow and keep the system cool, which keeps longevity going. It means that the system is near silent. There are a few bits and pieces in here carried over from the old PC, mainly hard drives, power supply, but other than that, it is all new, and I'll take you through what I'm going to upgrade in the future after I've gone through the specs. So the case itself actually comes as standard with 4 fans, although one of them's been removed. It comes with 3 SP120 RGB Corsair fans, and then it comes with another one at the back that's a non-RGB one, but that's been replaced, so we won't talk about that. And then at the top we've got 2 140mm Corsair QL RGB fans. Corsair actually do make slightly better fans for airflow, but because there's going to be so many fans in the thing, I don't actually need the full performance. I just need to have more fans. So I've gone with them for looks and practicality as well, and I want everything to match, so it is perfect. We've also got another one at the back as well, so there's 3. There is going to be additional 2 more. There's going to be 2 that go just down here. You can see at the bottom where those LEDs are that there's actually going to be 2 fans that go there exhausting out, so that way the airflow will come from the top through and down the bottom, and then through here as well, up and out and up and out. So I've worked out all of the airflow. It's going to be a really good airflow case when it's finished. We've also, as the main heart of the monster, got a AMD Ryzen 3700X or 370X or 3700X, there's millions of ways of saying it. It's actually got the standard cooler on there because we are going to be getting a NZXT LCD display cooler on there eventually, which will pull from a radiator up here down through the case to give the most amount of airflow and most amount of cooling for the CPU possible. And then you might be saying, oh, but the graphics card's going to get warmer, but that's why it's got exhausts down here and fans over here. That's why I've got a high airflow case, to make sure that nothing overheats. And that will be another 2 Corsair QL fans that help pull. So we'll actually have a push-pull configuration at the top for the rad, and then an exhaust at the bottom as well. And that's going to be replace that CPU with a 5900X, a 12-core 24 thread monster of a CPU, which will help a lot with gaming and a lot with rendering, a lot with editing, and I should be able to use it for a few years to come. For the graphics card, it's an MSI RTX 3080 Gaming X Trio, which is just, well, it's basically the best graphics card you can buy for the money at the moment. And the reason why I use NVIDIA, not AMD, I know AMD have just released a load of new GPUs, but the reason why I do that is I need CUDA. CUDA is what I use for rendering, and this has got an insane amount of CUDA cores. My rendering time is actually faster than real time now with this setup, and it will be even faster when I get the new CPU, but it is insane. That's been all held up by an up here RGB, very simple little GPU bracket to keep it straight, and there's some Corsair Gen 4 cables there. The cables, by the way, as a cable pack, cost £70. They're insane, but they are very, very cool. And then we've got the Corsair Vengeance RGB 3600 MHz C18 RAM, although for some reason in my BIOS it says it's C15, which I'm going to take that as a win, because it's lower latency, but who cares? Lower is better in that aspect. You want lower C class and then higher megahertz, and that's basically what it is. The reason for picking this RAM is when I upgrade to the 5900X, it works slightly better in the 4-channel version, and it works best at sort of 3600 megahertz, so that's why we picked that specific RAM, and of course the lights as well. Underneath the lights, there's the Corsair RGB kit, as you can see there. That's all going to be changed and replaced soon. It's all powered by a Corsair RM 850 watt power supply. Again, that's going to be replaced with a Corsair 1200 watt power supply, probably a HX, just to allow for that little bit of overclocking headroom, stabilization reasons, and all that sort of stuff. And everything is connected to the MSI Mag Gaming Tomahawk X570 motherboard. Reason for that: a lot of people who overclock stuff and a lot of people who want stable stuff want to use that particular board for this type of chipset. It's pretty much ahead of the game in every single aspect, so that's why we use that particular motherboard, and it does look quite good as well. As you can see, there is it's got a little bit of RGB on it, but the main reason is the fact that it's so stable and such a good board, and most importantly will have the support that I need for the next gen of CPUs, the AMD Ryzen 5900X. Underneath all that, there's my boot drive. That's a Corsair PCIe Gen 4 SSD. And then there's a recording drive down here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but there is a Saberent 1TB PCIe Gen 4 SSD. Not quite as fast as the Corsair one, which is why it's not a boot drive, but plenty fast enough for what we're going to be using it for. And there's an Elgato HD60 Pro in there as well. So that is the new computer that you guys helped me build. As I said, it's about half done. We need the new liquid cooler, 2 more fans, probably another Corsair Commander Pro, rearrange the RGBs, redo the cable management inside the case, which you can't see because it's in this partition of the case over here. Get the 5900X, overclock it to max, and see what we can do, and create a load of lighting profiles to make sure it looks all awesome. Currently it's on temperature mode. Obviously we're running Windows 10 as well. Everything that can be controlled on that computer's lighting system is all done through Corsair IQ and MSI's Dragon software as well. As you can see, there's basically absolutely no wires under here, minus that one over there. And that is because I want to make sure that this is as clean a setup as I can possibly get. There's no wires in the way. Up here, we've actually got the Elgato green screen, the one that goes from the ceiling. It's pretty damn awesome, even if I do say so myself. I got a floor mounted one and it just kept getting in the way, and I thought, let's spend the extra money, do it properly, and there we go. As you can see, all done. These are from Amazon, and we've got Philips Hue bulbs in there as well, so smart bulbs, etc, etc. So future upgrades. This wall is very blank. There's going to be a 4K LG gallery that goes here. So it's going to sit flush against the wall. The power and the wires that are going to come out of it are actually going to do a sort of artsy thing where they go like do it. So I'm actually going to make like the cables part of the show, if that makes sense. And then I'm only going to plug a PS5 into it because in terms of Xbox stuff, I just play it on that graphics card. That graphics card's more powerful than an Xbox Series X, so I'm just going to use my computer for Xbox stuff. But the PS5 will go here, and it'll have a lovely display. And of course, we will need to upgrade a lot of stuff. We'll need to upgrade my capture card software and all that kind of stuff for the PS5, capturing stuff that I want to do. But the idea is that I'm going to have a little beanbag chair that goes here as well, and if we have some people over, I can go on my chair, they can go on the beanbag chair, and we can play it against the wall there, which is another reason why we're going for that there. We're going to have a LFX light bar that goes up here and around for RGB ambient lighting as well. Up here, I think I'm going to put the remaining the remaining perks that go all the way up here, just to sort of have them on display. But this isn't actually how I have the office normally looking. Normally, I have the office looking, well, let me show you. It doesn't really show up too well on the GoPro, but this is how I normally have the office. This is my editing mood and my lighting mood to how it normally is in here. So as you can see, we've got the color changing. That's Govee 5mm RGB LED strip under the desk. We are going to get another RGB strip under the new FlexiSpot desk as well. The Philips Hue bulbs are on the go. The PC keyboard is set into an RGB wave mode, as is the PC, as you can see. And then it matches the desktop background properly. And this is how I normally have it in here when I'm just doing work or I'm editing, and it's just a really relaxing atmosphere. Once we have the LFX light bar that goes across there as well, and of course the TV will be backlit and the RGB strips that are under the FlexiSpot desk, this whole room will be an ambient, color changing chill zone, a place I can go to escape from the day and making sure that everything looks exactly as it should do, exactly as I want it to as well. So that's it, guys. That's the new setup tour. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you ever so much for watching. Massive shout out to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. You guys are absolutely awesome. I love the desk. It's absolutely brilliant. And I will see everybody next time. Will I make an upgrade in the future once I've done the upgrades to the TV? Once I've got the TV on there, once I've done the upgrades to the TV, once I've done the upgrades to the computer, once I've put the TV there and the light bar there, I will do another one of these and we'll see how the vision has changed. But for now, this is my ultimate gaming setup of 2020. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Once again, thank you to FlexiSpot for watching the video. Huge thanks to my Patreon, 25 tier Patreon subscribers, Chris and Logan. You guys are absolutely legendary. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.